ordinary game. I think we could have passed a little bit more, but it was a good game for the most part.
And now you've won how many games in a row?
I think we're 16-0.
16-0.
Yep.
Gee, that's good. And how many more to go for the season to end?
I think 3 more games.
3 more games, and then the season will be over, and then you're off to playoffs.
Yes. First time ever for the soccer program.
Yeah. Oh, that'll be super.
Yeah.
Everybody's all excited about that.
Yes, we are. We're excited.
You guys make it. Yeah. Now, are you a senior this year?
I'm a senior. Yep.
And how many seniors on the team?
I think there's 9 or 10, or possibly 11.
About in there. And you carry how many on the squad? 20 or so?
Yes, 20.
So you got some young players coming up and everything.
Yeah, we have a JV coming up too, so JV will help out a lot.
Yeah, that'll be good.
Tonight's game was really just kind of a good opportunity for me to use a lot of my bench.
Sure.
I was able to bring in a couple of JV players that I'm bringing up for varsity anyway prior to playoffs.
Oh,
we
that's great.
found out that we just made playoffs.
Super.
Provided we keep going, and then we're ranked number 4 right now in Division 7.
So you got that all straightened out?
Got it all straightened out. We
Okay.
do know that we're Division 7 when they come around for seeding time, so now it's just a matter of getting the girls focused, keeping focused,
Sure.
because playing a couple more teams like this before playoffs, we just need to maybe just work a lot more on our passing, switching the field, and so forth. But it's coming. I was very happy with tonight's game. They played well. So
good. And the final score came out to be?
What was it? 8?
8 to nothing. Something like that.
You know what? I don't really look at the score. I look at how well they're playing and if they're connecting. That's the key to me. You know, and if they're all playing together and the chemistry's there, that's what we need. So.
What are some of the other schools that are made the playoff in Division 7? Do you know?
Alverno, very tough school. They are ranked right now number 3, right above us.
Okay.
CAMS, which is California Academy of Mathematics or something like that, down in Carson. Another good school. And then the number 1 team right now ranked in our division is Animo Leadership. Another good school. So and then a couple behind us, St. Genevieve. Marlon Archie, the AD and coach over there, always puts together a good program. So it'll be an interesting group. It'll be interesting to see where they seed everybody, because I look at about 10 very good schools in Division 7. So it'll make it tough.
And when would the playoffs start then?
Pairings are set up February 16th.
Okay.
With wild card games going on the 17th, which is a Tuesday.
Right.
And then if we stay in the top 10, we should get a bye from that and play on the 19th.
Okay.
Hopefully a home field
wouldn't
first
that be
game,
good?
which we should, as long as we stay in the top 4. So.
Sure.
And then after that, when we win that one, then we go to the next Tuesday, next Thursday, and then we'll be in the championship down in Downey.
Yeah, won't that be thrilling?
We'll be there. We'll be there. Got to think positive.
That's right.
Here's an aerial photograph of the area with the station as it exists today. North arrows this way. Here's the parking lot and the train platform. This station here is owned and operated by LA County Public Works. So they handle everything there. Metrolink, we're of course the commuter railroad. We run the trains, but we also make improvements in the railroad right-of-way. This railroad right-of-way is owned by Metro, LA County Transportation Authority, and they are giving us some funding so we can build another platform for the station. Right now, the station only has a single platform, which means we can only have 1 passenger train in the station at one time, because there's only 1 boarding platform. If we add another platform, we can bring 2 trains in at one time, which helps us improve our operating efficiency.
What we call push gates, part of the, is very common in pedestrian crossings of stations, where someone gets, there's a gate comes down here at the track. There'll be a place where somebody can push the gate and exit that location. As Stuart mentioned, we have two shelter locations along the platform, and the intent of those is to have them of the size similar to what's is known as the hotel shelter. There are 3 existing shelters on the existing platform. In conversations here and developing the design criteria, and working with the county and with Metrolink, we determined that this would be the appropriate size for the 2 shelters. And the appearance will be subject to local input.
The purpose of the general plan is to provide a foundation for future development that's applicable to the variety of communities throughout the entirety of the county. We know what our existing rural areas are, and our policy focus is to protect those rural areas.
We've had this problem, all of a sudden, hey, we got a subdivision that actually doesn't fit our community. But it went in, now it's here. And we don't want that to happen anymore. That's part of our problem. And if we don't have it written in some language for that the general plan and the Antelope Valley plan tie together and our community standards don't tie all together, then we're lost, because they'll come through, not you, I'm talking about 10 years down the road or whatever, that all of a sudden, hey, you can go down to this small, and this is what concerns us, this is what's happened to us in the past.
The local plan should sort of follow suit, or they should complement each other. We've worked hard to try to make that happen, but there may be a few kinks. In a nutshell, smart growth is the idea that we try to make the best use of our resources, those resources that we have for land use development, that is being, let's say, our infrastructure, maintenance of open space, use those most wisely to handle future population growth. Urban areas, that's where density increase is most appropriate. Also, focus density increase in urban areas around transit locations, transportation corridors, where that is most appropriate. Get more people out of cars and get them to their places quicker and faster through the use of transit. Now, aside from that, there's other communities that we need to think about, and those are rural communities.
There's being floated of a $1,000 per year fee against everybody that has a septic tank, because they know where they are.
And isn't the person...
The state have had some meetings, and boy, they have overloaded that building. They had to cancel it because there were so many people.
Take a look at this.
And
Most people here for that.
that's exactly, well, that's the reason why I'm saying it. That's the reason why we need you people to sign those papers and send them in.
The socialists we have running the state now.
Thank you.
And the people up in Sacramento. Let me finish. With the people up in Sacramento now, they're looking at each and every way to get into your pocket, your pocket, your pocket, everybody's pocket, because it's not your money, it's their money that they've decided to lend you for a little while until they get it back.
What the supervisor's office is doing is asking for the state to have the meetings up here in the areas where they're affected, not just down in Malibu and some other places where they too will suffer, but also have them up in places like the Antelope Valley. So we're working on that right now to try to, so that Ray's rant can be shared with them directly and everything, which is
Basically, the issue is too much onerous burden on well owners.
Correct. Correct. Right now they are saying for new well owners, reconstructed wells, there's not a whole lot of definition as to what a reconstructed well is.
Right.
We could all be at risk for having to put on these treatment systems for all of our wells. February 23rd on a Monday, the Acton Town Council and Agua Dulce Town Council will be hosting a community town hall to discuss the new policy for well water treatment systems.
Okay.
We are trying to collect community input. At that meeting, we'll have representatives from Agua Dulce and Acton speak. And also, we'll have a litigator from Pacific Legal Foundation who specializes in property rights